Hello, Mr. Val. Please make me co-host.
Make it close already.
Okay, okay, I've just seen it. I can't see the YouTube number. Are we okay to start?
You can see what?
The YouTube number. Are we okay to start?
No, I will check. Just give me like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 09 090 352.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Olumide. You're welcome. Hello, Mr. Val. Are you there? Are we good?
Uh, we'll have 4 there for now. Come, let me check
Okay.
again. Mm. What is
All right. Good morning, everyone. I think at this point I'm going to start. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. If you can hear me, just type one on the chat box, please. Thank you. You hear me clearly? Just type 101 on the chat so that I can see. Then I'll share my screen now. So you also confirm you can see my screen. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Olumide. I can see your text. Is my screen visible? Hello, is my screen visible? All right. Okay. I can see your text. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to start here. Let's quickly give a rundown on the currencies. So before we do that, I think we should see what's happening on the financials. What's it called? Fundamentals. Okay. Let's quickly go over what we have for the fundamentals. That's the news that we're expecting today, so that we can be very careful with the way we are approaching the market today. All right. So that's coming up now. Yeah. So you can see okay, this one has already finished. We had Euro news, and the news coming up basically is USD at 245. We have PMI, and then we have Governor Bailey speaks at 6:15. So that can affect the GBP. Is that okay? So let's be very careful at those two times. Okay. So if you have any positions at that point, you want to manage them properly, and then if you don't have any, you want to be careful the way you're entering trades at that point in time. All right. So since we are done with that, that's just for us to know what we're expecting from the fundamental point of view. Let's go back to the chart and see what we have for technical. So we're going to start here with Euro USD, sorry, with AUD USD. Okay. We're going to start here with AUD USD. So as you can see, today's candle, this is our daily view. Now all these are areas of interest here. They were all taken away. They have all been violated. Is that so? So let me change this to other block. So what do we expect now that our areas have been taken and then price has broken above all these highs with the candle? Okay, so it seems like AUD USD is trying to continue bullish. Is that okay? AUD USD looks to be continuing bullish. So what we just want to do is to look for a possible place to join. So this is daily time frame. So let's go to the 4 hours. Okay. So the 4 hours, this area here. Let me draw it. This area here looks like a possible reaction point for the future, but that's just for us to take note of. So let's take our minds away from that and look for and look at what the current price action is telling us to do. So the current price action is what we are having. Now you can see that we're respecting order flow here. We had market respecting order flow here, and then we had liquidity that was swept here. Sorry, let me do that again. And liquidity that was swept at this point. Good. So now what do we have here? Price has come to tap into this place, and then it has run back up. We're expecting what higher prices, like I said. So if I go to the 1 hour time frame, you see where I'm picking this my entry from, right? So it's basically from this other block. Why do I like this other block? Of course, the other block comes with imbalance, right? There's a fair value gap just here. And then we can use this guy here as a region of liquidity. So this is what I'm looking at for AUD USD. I like this one a lot. We had break of structure, to the upside. Let me change that to BOS. Yeah, exactly. So as you can see, we are having very nice bullish intent, right? From AUD USD and the likes. Okay. So that's what we're looking at now. So this is going to be my trade. So I'm going to call this out for you as a buy limit, right? It's going to be a buy limit to be our first trade for the day. Manage your risk. And like I always say, manage your risk and accept the outcome, right? Sorry about that. Let's do that again. Buy limit, buy limit for AUD USD, right? AUD USD buy limit. And then our entry price is at 0.63709. Our stop loss is at 0.63469. And then TP is going to be at 0.64430. Okay. So we'll just quickly write this down or take a screenshot. So they're going to be taking our first limit for the day at this point. All right. Just take a screenshot. Take a screenshot or write it down. In the next 1 minute, I will continue. All right. I believe I've gotten that. So I'm moving forward now. So let's go to our next trade. No, that's not. I don't want. I'm not. This trade bar. I have some. Let me show you what I was looking at for AUD Now on the daily time frame. Now we know that all these AUD pairs look to be bullish. Abi? When I look at how the day has begun, the day has begun very bullish. We have is somebody check. We have had break of structure, some minor break of structures at this point while we are trying to, push up. So now what do? We go on to the 4 hour time frame, but now the 4 hour time frame, let me delete everything we have here first. Delete everything. So now, what do you see on the 4 hour time frame? I see two nice areas. Now this trade looks like a trade that in fact is going to buy. All right. I have a strong conviction, yeah, that is going to buy. But the issue now will be the entry price because this is a nice area, right? This is also a nice, this current, price action here is also a nice area. Now you don't know if price will retrace all the way into this area. So maybe we can make use of our fib to see where we can, look at this trade from. So we see that this area below here can be this 70 to 60, 70 to 80% region looks solid to look for a trade from. Now let me go to the 2 hours, I think. We have a lot of fair value gap there, right? And then they have the 1 hour time frame. So now this one I'm going to tell you for this trade, right? Please pay attention to me. For this trade, this is how you're going to be. You divide your risk into two, Abi. So the first entry will be from the 1 hour. The first entry will be from the 1 hour, please. So this has to be. I'm not going to call this out. If you're taking this, just follow what I'm saying. Just follow what I'm saying. My first entry will be from here. Okay. I'm going to take two entries here. Divide into two. Divide your entry into two. We're going to have trade one there, put it under here. That will be about, let's just say 26 pips stop loss. And then take profit will be about um just 3R. That's just say 78 pips for take profit. That will be trade one. Are we together? Let me see something. Give me a moment. Uh-huh. All right. So that's gonna be the trade one, and then trade two. You know why I cannot just close my eye to this trade. So even though I really want to enter a trade one, sorry, even though I want to go all in on trade one, I cannot just close my eye to the fact that there is a fair value gap in this place. Is that okay? So I still need to do what? Consider a possibility of this place also holding price. That is where, that is where the whole thing that sponsored the most talent. This one can be a 19 pips or 20 pips SL. That's depending on you. I keep it at 19 pips for me. And then of course the usual 3R risk to reward ratio. So this is what AUDCHF will look like. Two entries here. So what you do is you go zero. So you used to risk, let me say you used to risk 20 USD, per trade. So what you do is you divide it into two. You can, for this one, for this first entry, you can risk 10 here, can risk 10 here, risk $10 here, and then you also risk $10 here. Is that okay? So that's what's going to happen for this USDM, sorry, AUD CHF, right? It's a very nice setup, and I'm positive it's going to buy. But you need to, buy it the right way. So entry one and entry two. Personally, I'm going to enter this trade. All right. So please be very, very careful with the way you're approaching this AUD-CHF. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. All right. So let's go to AUD card. So AUD card, I was able to spot a trade today on AUD card, even though it's already running actually. I'm already in the trade. All right. So I'm basically following after we had this bearish engulfing on the daily time frame from yesterday. You can see we swept all of these daily highs, right? Of these daily highs, even though price here has the opportunity to come into these fair value gap areas here. But when you see a good setup, you just have to capitalize. So now for this one, sorry, didn't change the color of this one because it's different. Uh, all right. So now why did I, look at this trade? Now after we swept all this liquidity, right? All these daily highs, not liquidity, all these are daily highs, right? All of these daily highs is we had a sweep with that candle. Now, after price swept that candle, what did price do? Price ran to the downside with a lot of impulse. Is that okay? Now, as that happened, what did I look at? I went to 4 hours time frame to see where did the trade start from, and is there another block um and liquid and fair value? And yes, we had that here. Can you see that? And that's at this point. It was intact there. So that is why I just took a sell trade at that point. Now, price is looking like it may still come up for these areas. That's why I'm okay with whatever outcome that happens there. So this is where I entered, and it's a 4 hours entry. And that on the 4 hours time frame. And you see, if I go to the line chart, you see that we had a nice break of structure. It took all these lows, right? And then price gave a fair value gap and another block coming from a sweep of liquidity. So why wouldn't I, exploit the trade? Definitely I will exploit the trade. So that's what happened there. That is my reason for that trade. So I'm currently in this trade. If we're going to be entering this trade, let me see. Do we have a nice zone? If I tell you to do market execution now, you're going to have a bigger stop loss of about 35 pips. So, I mean, I don't want my trade to retrace on me. This is being very sentimental, but the truth. So there's no other block I would have said you should enter from. If you are joining, then you just have to be market execution. Then you have to deal with the bigger stop loss. All right. But I'm already in on this trade. This 5 minute time frame now. I'm already in on this trade for this sell since this point. All right. Anyhow, what will happen is let's just see how this one goes. If you're joining in, then it's going to be an instant execution, right? And then you just have to put your stop loss for safety. Your stop loss has to be above this high. Let me draw that out. Your stop loss has to be above that high. Okay, don't always forget you put your stop loss above the protected high and below the protected low. So that is what I have for AUD card. This trade is currently running. If you're joining in, it will be an execution, it will be market execution, and then you manage your risk, of course, because I'm also looking at price running into this area. Is that okay? So if I have a good push to the downside at so and so time, I will break even the trade. All right. So that is what I have for AUD card. And meanwhile, while we proceed, if you have anything you want us to look at, any currency you are looking at and you want to gain clarification on it, you just send it on the chat box. I will pick it up and then I will analyze it for you. All right. So that's AUD card. What else are we looking at? NZDJPY. NZDJPY. What's happening on this guy? NZDJPY, I think, was giving me two possibilities too. Yeah. So I think since I already have two trades on there, I will just call this one out for you. So basically, what's my idea for the trade? The same checklist, if I have to put it that way. Even though we are moving into a very bearish area here, coming from this, look at the cells here. This is where the whole thing originated from. So probably that's why I decided to, sit out for this particular trade. I'll just sit out for the trade. But what happened is that today's candle, see how bullish it is. It started very nice. Then on the 4 hours time frame, we have been breaking through to the upside. All right. Now, in as much as this shit looks very good, I will just have to sit down. But maybe if within the day, I don't know. But the thing is, I'm just skeptical about it. I had an area here, but I got stopped out because of I had a tighter stop loss. My entry was around here. That was, I think, yesterday. If my entry was around there, so I had a tighter stop loss just under the fair value gap candle. So I got stopped out, and then price went my direction. Is that okay? So I could not, enter again. So this is possibly re-entry, but now the issue is that you have this guy here. You have this big boy up here. So I'm just going to wait this one out. Okay. I'm not going to do anything there. I'll not call it trade out for you. But this area looks very nice. All right. Then Euro AUD. Euro AUD daily time frame. What are we having? Where are we coming from and where are we going? Okay. So now we had these daily lows here. Okay, we're not yet swept these lows, right? We're not yet swept all these two lows, right? So we are still kind of in the clear. Now, what's happening here is that we have a push to the downside today. You can see on our 4 hours line chart, we have broken shorter to the downside impulsively. Now, what's my lookouts for here? I go to the 1 hour time frame. Now, the 1 hour time frame, what do you see? I see a massive fair value gap here. A massive fair value gap here, right? A massive fair value gap. Can you see that? And then, of course, we had something, this, if I go to lower time frame, this area here can look like a breaker. Should we check it? Let me check. Exactly. Can you see that? If I have to mark it out, you see, from this candle here, from this candle to this one here, this was this candle. Can you see? That is kind of the breaker there. Now, that is why I like this area. Another reason why I like this area is because our price has printed inducement. Is that okay? Price has printed inducement here. So that is why I personally like this trade. Okay. So I have this limit. Let me go back to the 1 hour. I have this limit placed. My SL is above this fair value gap candle. Even though it's a big trade, it's just almost 80 pips of stop loss. It's a big trade, but we cannot help it. Okay, so if you are going to be tapping into this one with me, I have my limits placed for this one. So let me call this out for you. Euro AUD sell limit, sorry. Euro AUD sell limit. The entry price for this guy is 1.78747. The SL is what? Is 1.79527. Then lastly, the take profit is 1.78747. 76356. All right. So that's the lookout. Okay. That's the lookout for Euro AUD. So what do we see here? Inducement, break of structure, fair value gap, and a breaker. All right. If I have some very aggressive traders, right, that will do this. See this candle here. See this. Let me draw it out for you. See this candle here, but they will just put okay, well, people are funny. And it works for them, funny enough, right? They will just put their stop loss just above that candle like this for 30 pips, and then they will quickly target, 3R, and they are done. That's some precision, trading, right? But you see, we have a lot of fair value gap inside, so you need to be careful. Okay, see all of this, like this fair value gaps, everything that's happening in the fair value gap. So we have to put our stop loss above the fair value gap because price can potentially also come here to enter from, please. Price can also enter from here. All right. Just as this one I'm giving you now is a safer entry. So in case price wants to come and dance here and drop, you don't, miss out on the trade. That's why I'm calling it the way I'm calling it. So take the screenshot, take the screenshot or write it down somewhere because I am moving forward. I am moving forward. All right. I believe we are good. I believe we are fine. Let me see which other ones do we have something. AEDJPY. What's happening on AEDJPY? Let me see. Why did I mark this out? Okay. Let me see. Let's go from the daily time frame. Let's go from the daily, from the daily. So this is where we envision that price will come to in the long run. All right. So let's see. So today opened with a lot of momentum to the upside. All right. And then on the 4 hours, we have broken MD. This things I can see what I'm doing. On the 4 hours, we have broken structure. So 2 hours. Let me see from 3 hours. Okay. Then 2 hours. Do we have any fair value gap down here? It's there, but it's very small, but it's there. You cannot avoid that. It's there, but it's small. Okay. So that is why, okay, that's why I marked out this area for a possible buy. All right. That's why I marked it out for a possible buy. But you see, I like it when it's more discounted. All right. So if we can get an entry, from this lower area here, that would be very nice. Let me see. Do we have something for 1 hour? Hey, it's very, very efficient on the 1 hour. So that's what I'll look at. So maybe see what happened here for this guy. Let price drop into here, then give me a development. And we're gonna buy. Okay. So that's that. So let me quickly go over. Okay, yeah, please. GBP JPY. That's what I want to call out for you. This one I'm calling out an area. Calling out an area. You see GBP JPY pairs, right? Look like they want to buy. So I have a lot of confluences here. I don't know if I see how to call that out again after after all our live sessions. You know what I'm looking at here already. So I'm looking at this area for a possible buy trade. Okay, it's very obvious, right? Do I need to must I call it out? I know it's very obvious. I know you can see it. So that's what I'm looking at for GBP JPY. When price gets into that place, we're going to look to exploit a buy opportunity from that place. So please keep an eye on that on your own trading. If you trade GBP JPY, make sure you're looking at this guy because that place is very powerful. I see the reason I didn't like other JPY pairs is because price was not in discount to buy, but this one is giving us a discounted buy. So please look at that, keenly. All right. So BTC, I'm not waiting for BTC yet. USD card. I'm going to have to round up now so that we can look at synthetic interval. Yeah, right. All right. So USD card, right? I need these lows to be swept, right? I need these lows to be swept, or even at least one of them. And let candle sweep those lows properly. Then it will confirm our what? Our buyer for sale, because I'm looking at selling USD card. And I like this fair value here also. I'm looking at selling USD card. So let those lows be violated. Then I will look at a sell from that region. XAU USD. So XAU USD is very has finally dropped into. So we have some bearish push. Now don't forget that we are still having these points here for XAU USD. This point is number 1 point we're looking at. Also this one, right? So when price comes here, we're expecting some, some rejection. All right, just bear that in mind. Now let's look at current price action. Where is price reacting from? And what does it look like price is doing now? We had this pin bar here, right? And then price reacted off this area and is going to the upside. Now, if you go to that same 4 hours area, you see that 4 hours is reacting again with another indecision candle here. So that is giving us, some ideas of what price wants to do. And then of course you see that we had a fair value gap inside of this gold. Now is gold looking like it wants to buy? Yes. But is it ready for me? No. Right? Can you see? I'm not I need I need something like this. Okay. The gold is looking like it wants to buy, yes, but let it further confirm that trend. Why? Because you see it has been doing it has been reversing since. It can still reverse into here and drop. Is that okay? So sorry, reverse into somewhere and drop. So we need to be careful, all right, of this gold because in as much as we know that our overall bias for gold is bullish, gold is looking like it wants to really buy, in the long term. Everybody's trying to buy gold. Everybody's scared of selling gold, right? So, but that's what I'm saying. Let's be very careful with this sales. Let it give us more intention to buy. And also, you can see that down here, you don't have any inefficiency of price. You don't have any fair value gap. So hopefully, when it's breaking the structure, it will break with what? It will break with fair value gap. Then we are going to jump in on the buys. If this place gets violated totally, you know that this is the next POI here. This line, this is our line here. This is our next POI. This area, the next POI that we're going to look for. We're going to look for buys, right? So please be very careful. If we see something for sales, we're going to call that out. But right now, even the sell part of things is not clear enough for me. Okay. So I like to go with the 4 hours, especially on this gold. Okay. So that's XAU USD. So GU, I don't think I have anything for GU at the moment. Okay. I don't think I have anything for GU at the moment. So let me check the daily. The daily. Okay. GU is coming from here. And the daily is where we are currently reacting off from. Okay. Did we take that high? Let's see. Okay, we did not. We did not. So we are still in the clear. Now what's 4 hours saying? Okay. 4 hours, this kind of price action, I don't used to like it. When price, just taps a zone, then instead of it giving sweep and maybe a break of structure, it should do something like this. You just start the zone and start coming down like this. I don't, not a big fan of that kind of price action. And that's what GBP USD is doing now. Okay. So I'm going to I'm going to just watch it. Let it give me what I'm looking out for properly. And then I'll look at a trade there. EU was where EU coming from on the daily? EU, Euro USD. EU, think E is reacting off this areas of imbalance that we had here. All these areas of imbalance. That's where E is coming out from. All right, that's what E is coming out from. But the price action clear enough for buys. I don't have a nice other block there. So I'm going to sit out from EU for now. Okay. sit out. So if you're able to catch this, but this was a very nice area. We had a breaker here, we had inducement, we had fair value that. Ooh, it was a very nice area. What time did this trade trigger? What time did this trade trigger? Okay, that was 11 p.m. yesterday. That's when this trade triggered. Can you imagine? When we're rounding up for the day, that's when it went to go and trigger after having this very nice um, structure as well. All right, so DXY, I'm going to round off now. Sorry for taking your time. DXY, I'm expecting sales on DXY sharp. All right, so let it give us this candle that I wanted it to break bullish, be a bearish, like and sell from the fair value gap. But it's okay. If that one does not work out, you can mark out here and wait for price, right? So I'm not doing anything on DXY. The trades I'm really doing something on, I've already called them out. So, and then lastly, AUD USD. Okay, I think I already called. Mr. Femi said whether we analyzed AUD USD. We analyzed AUD USD and we had a buy limit here. So please, this is my last call. So please just, Mr. Femi, just quickly screenshot so that I can hand over. Okay. So please, I believe you have screenshotted that so that I can hand over to for the second part of the live session. All right. All right. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. Let's see what we have for those currencies. Let's see how we go today. Hopefully, we can have a nice, you can catch some nice pips here and there. So thank you, everyone. So, Mr. Val, I'm going to hand over to you now. Thank you. Mr. Val, you're on mute, so in case you're talking, we can't hear you.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So, confirm you can see my screen, please. Okay, I think my screen is up now. So, like I said, I will quickly look at synthetic, some of the instruments. Then, if there's still any, maybe you came late, there's any player you want us to look at, you just drop on the chart. I will check it immediately after synthetic indices. So let's go now. So I'll start with this volume 60. I already do some map up from higher time frame. So I will just go straight. No need of I already did some things. So this is volume 60. Let's look at 4 hours. I can confirm a bullish on this guy now, but we just need a price. We just need to have. So this guy has been is it ranging bullish up and down? So you can see this is a very strong demand zone. The price rally. So let me extend this to this Let me use this up here, and then I will put this, I will use this one, this bar here, this bar here. So, okay. So now I'll be tracking this guy down to this place. So now you can see that price came to this strong support. And now I was watching, okay, if this support, if it break, then the next destination will be this demand zone here. I already map out all the zone already. So we have this zone, and this zone. So if price break from this zone, then the price will crash here is very, very so that place is another very zone. You can see a demand zone. So, but what I was watching price, put price on this channel now, watching that, okay, let's see a bullish confirmation. Maybe this guy will return price back to this place or back up. So this morning so we have seen the one thing about synthetic, the way synthetic move is not the same with currency. I have studied these things. Sometimes you wait for a proper break of structure and retest, the trade will just go. So it's not the movement is not exactly the way currency moves in terms of structural break. So now, and that's why I now conclude using a full price action, not just smart money concepts or ICT alone, using full price action to track every movement of these synthetic indices. So now, you can see that price has violated our trend line, our 4 hours trend line. So we have price. So we have this break, and this will be a good opportunity to buy, but I'm not on sit. But now, so since now we have, so let's drop to 15 minutes. So we have a confirmed price break. Give us a confirmed break now. So break out from the trend line, break out from this high. So we'll look forwards a buy opportunity now. So on this, so let's use this zone for a buy opportunity on this. So we can use this zone, we can use this place, everything here as a demand. Now if price return to it, so we can look for a buy opportunity. So this is my take on this guy. So we have this imbalance, which is a good one that can drop price to this demand. So our stop loss is, let's put our stop loss below this low. So we can target this high, that's 3 to 1. That's 3 to 1. Or let's target a good reward ratio. Because this guy continue bullish, we can target back to this higher also. So that will give us about 8 reward. So first take profit here. So this should be our first take profit. First take profit, then second take profit. So this is for 60. Should I tap it out? Where's my? So we have FS FS volume 60. So we have EP, IP to be 49127.96. SL 48682.09. Then TP. So TP will be, let's use TP1. TP1. So 5840. So this is my call on volume on FS volume 60. Coming. Let's see all this low. Okay, I think this guy sweep this low. So I think that place is good. So let's move to 20. Quick one. 20. So 20, I think I sold 20 around there yesterday. So here was a target. So now way forward on 20 for now. 20 is just still moving. So for now, there's nothing we can do. It's whether price come to the bottom here, we look for a buy, or price go back, we look for a sell. So for now, there's nothing on 20. So this as confirmed was a break of structure for us. So we need price to do what? Come back, maybe retest this trend line again, then we can sell back. So we are trading between these two range. So it's better now we are on the half. Whether price come to these supports, we buy, or price come back here, we sell. And if you break here, if price break here, then the next zone, we look for a buy to this zone. So we can see now that tracking zone by zone, it makes sometimes trade simple. So if you break this zone, then we know that the next zone. So this guy, there's nothing much to do. Then 40 give us. So looking for a buy opportunity of 40, likewise 40. So waiting for the breakout of 40, and now we can see that. So on 40, I have these two major, I have this bigger trend line and inward trend line. So we have this top, price mitigate this. Whenever price, this second thought, if price come back at any time, the thing we say, that will be because the engagement of the rules of a trend line is that when price come back, when price, the top touch, it will bounce price down. So we are trading. So this place is a very strong support and still expect price to retest. So now we have price at break structure. There may be a little engagement there before collapse to this place. So that's for daily. That is the bigger picture in daily. But 4 hours, and I have what we call the inner trend line or trend line, inside trend line. So this is 4 hours. Yes, 4 hours, right? So we have this channel. Price are breaking up of the channel now. So all we need now. So we know we are looking for a pullback. So price come back, we look for a buy. Then, so you can see price form a head and shoulder here, left head, shoulder, left shoulder, head and right shoulder, the neckline. So our price return to the neckline. So we look for a buy opportunity here and target some of this draw liquidity here or here. So this one will be, maybe by tomorrow, it will be ready. Philip 99, F99. Likewise, this one now, I need price is whether coming to this low for a buy opportunity. So for now, there's nothing. It's whether price. This way I miss an entry here. Immediate clarity rejection. This will be opportunity to sell, but a demand is here. So price is just between this demand. It's whether it come back, rebounds from this trend line, then come down, or come down here, rebounds and go up. So for now, there's no trade. So let's go to flip. Flip family, flip one. So flip one, this guy, we have a break of structure, right? Price come to this demand, and we have 4 hours. We have 4 hours price close of bearish. So I'm looking at if the supply will hold price to push price down to this place. So this is when you go to daily, we'll see that this is a major demand that we are looking, where still to point out yesterday, this demand has not been mitigated. So we're looking at price to come and retest this demand, whether we can look for what? The opportunity to go on a better bullish on it. So 4 hours now. So 4 hours break of structure, price has come to supply. And on the supply now, we have 2 candles, 2 bearish candles, which is a confirmation. So now 1 hour. So our tracking price, looking at okay. I think so we can see on 1 hour now, we have this high, this low. So price has come back to this breaker now. So with this, give us opportunity for a sell. Yes, so want to do for a sell, and look for a small sell. I think this is not too volatile. So with formation here, this should be a sell, higher high, lower high, lower low, lower high. So our price has come. You can see our price came to do what? To retest this zone. So if you want to sell, you can do stand sell. In the next 2 minutes, allow this candle to close. If you close a pin bar like this, you can do stand sell on flip one. It's not too volatile. So your stop loss can be here, above here. Then you target a good reward risk ratio, maybe 4. Maybe this can use this low. So flip one, if you want to do stand sell, you can do stand sell now and put your stop loss in that place. So I think that will be all. I've checked on that one. Flip 4, which is last one. So flip 4 hours. This guy is confirming bullish. He has broken out from my trend line. So this guy is confirming bullish. So I don't think what we were saying yesterday that it will come down here. I don't think this guy has stripped the liquidity already. So all now, if you can see it, we test this trend line like this, a little bit trend, then we look for a buy. So just look for a buy on flip 4 when you give a pullback back to maybe trend line. So look for a buy opportunity. So guys, that will be all. That will be all on the synthetic. Thank you for joining for today. So tomorrow will be another day, the same time. Please make sure that you turn on the notification bell on the YouTube, so that whenever we are live, all you just need to do is just for you to get aware that we are live. Thank you. See you tomorrow. And just trade safe and enjoy yourself. Bye.